Time Warner Cable's local edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Our guest, Anthony Duarte. He is the vice president of the Hacienda-La Puente School Board, recently elected to his first full term. You had been appointed, and you won your election. Congratulations. How does it feel?
Feels great.
I can imagine.
Yes.
I want to speak with you about Common Core standards. As you know, in California and 44 other states, we are adopting a completely new set of standards. We're not going to be testing in the standard bubbleized fashion. We're not going to be educating in that standard fashion. It's more deeper analysis. What's your sense?
You know, it's a really exciting way to learn. You know, no longer is it A, B, or C. It's why is it A, B, or C. So it's really making our students critically think and getting them prepared.
And that is a big shift. And you said it very well, because that's exactly right. When there are going to be standardized tests, not that that's the most important thing, but there will be a requirement that you defend your answer. If you get the first question right, you'll get a harder question next, or an easier question if you get it wrong. That being said, because it is such a significant shift, there are growing pains, or not. I mean, do you feel as if Hacienda-La Puente is ready to go? I mean, because the rollout we're kind of at the very beginning stages of it, but we'll be going full throttle in the next few weeks.
Yeah,
next few years, I should say.
You know, a big part of it is technology. So right now we're creating new computer labs at every one of our schools. We have a committee of administrators and teachers and parents that are helping to plan the professional development for our teachers, for Common Core, and also for our administrators, because our administrators are going to be evaluating our teachers on a whole new way of learning. So they also have to be brought up to speed on Common Core.
While Common Core is going through its permutations and its implementation, we have what's known as the Local Control Funding Formula being implemented, LCFF. That's another revolution that California is facing in education, and that changes the way we fund schools. Instead of the categoricals, money is given, there's a kind of a set block number for each student, but then if the student comes from disadvantaged categories, there's a bump, and if a school district has 55% in those categories, there's a big bump. Is Hacienda-La Puente going to be subject to the concentration grant?
Yes. Our free and reduced lunch is over in the 70% range, and so it's definitely going to be impacted with this new funding formula.
And so, I guess that's a blessing in some sense that you're going to see a lot more money coming in. It can be challenging that you have so many kids in the disadvantaged category. So, how are you going to start to deal with that influx of money, but then the responsibility that goes with it?
Well, now we get to look, with the local controls, we can see what works best for Hacienda-La Puente. We can hire more interventionists for our English language learners. We can hire parent engagement specialists to get our parents more involved in our school district.
And what's interesting about Hacienda-La Puente is that in many school districts where English is not dominant amongst a significant population, there tends to be one language that is dominant, be it Spanish, be it Mandarin. But in your district, that's not the case.
We have a complete mix. I mean, we have a large population of Mandarin speakers, of Korean speakers, of Spanish speakers.
Right. So how do you meet those challenges where there's not a dominant second language?
We just make sure we put the resources there that we're addressing all our students' needs. I mean, teaching English to a Mandarin speaker or to a Spanish speaker is very, it's the same methodology.
I would think, is it? I would think it's very different. I mean, English and Spanish at least come from the same general family. Mandarin is as different as can be.
It is different, yeah, especially the way, when it comes to just reading. But if you get them young enough, the kids are like sponges. Kids are like sponges.
So as a general proposition, with Prop 30 having passed, with the LCFF coming through, things are better this year?
Yeah, things are looking good. I mean, Prop 39 as well. We're about to do energy efficiencies at all our high schools. So we're putting some money, now that we know that the times are looking better, we're taking some of our reserves, we're spending about maybe $10 million in reserves and putting them back into infrastructure in our school district.
Who would have thunk that we'd turn the corner so quickly? His name is Anthony Duarte. He is now the vice president of the Hacienda-La Puente School District. My name is Brad Pomerance. I want to thank you so much for watching Time Warner Cable's Local Edition.